Hello viewers, I'm Kausalya. Today we are going to solve problem related with G parameters. The problem is find the G parameters of the circuit and this is the given circuit diagram. So as a first step we are going to redraw the circuit. That is we are going to replace this Henry and Farad in terms of S. So here we have 1 Henry, so it is 1 S. Here we have 1 Farad, therefore here it is 1 by S and here it is 1. So what are all the basic equations? I1 is equal to G11 V1 plus G12 I2 and V2 is equal to G21 V1 plus G22 I2. So here we have to find these 4 parameters. So as a first step, now we are going to make our I2 0. So first let me explain what is V1, V2 and I1, I2. I believe you people are familiar with. So anyway, V1 and I1 are the respective input voltage and current and V2 and I2 are the respective output voltage and output current. So first step we are going to make the value of I2 0, that is current in the output port as 0. So when a current will be 0, whenever the circuit is open circuited, because the current will always flow through a closed path. So here I am open circuiting this output port, thereby the value of current I2 becomes 0. So when I2 is made 0, this equation gets modified as I1 equal to G11 V1. Therefore G11 is given by I1 by V1. Now we are going to find V1. So not V1, we are going to find this ratio, okay, I1 by V1. So as a first step, we are calculating the value of V1. So here when you look at this circuit, this current I1, when it reaches this node, what happens? Here there is an open circuit. Therefore, current will flow through this way. The current won't enter this capacitor. Therefore, V1 is given by I1 into Z. So here what is the value of Z? It is nothing but S plus 1 because this inductor and this resistor are connected in series. That is the same current I1 flows through this inductor as well as through this resistor. Therefore, V1 is equal to I1 into S plus 1. So, what we actually need? We need the ratio of I1 by V1. So, here we have V1, here we have I1. So, just we have to rearrange the terms. So, when you write this as I1 by V1, here we have 1 by 1 plus S. Therefore, G11 is given by 1 by S plus 1 or 1 plus S. So, this is our G11. So, the next thing, again when you look at this equation, here I2 is made 0. Then, the equation will be V2 is equal to G21 V1. Now, G21 is given by V2 by V1. So, V1 we had already calculated here. So, now we are going to find the value of V2. So, when you look at this diagram, what is V2? V2 is the voltage across the output port, which is nothing but this is the voltage impressed across this resistor of 1 ohm. So, voltage impressed across this resistor is equal to V2. So, V2 is equal to, so what is the current that flows through this resistor? It is I1. Therefore, 1 into I1 gives you V2. So, V2 is given by 1 into I1. So, V1 we had already calculated. So, just substitute these values in the equation because we need V2 by V1. So, V2 by V1 is given by I1 into S plus 1. So, finally, we end up with G21 equal to 1 by S plus 1. Now, we are going to find the remaining 2 parameters. So, how to find the remaining 2 parameters? Again, when you look at the basic equations, initially we have made the value of I2 as 0 and we have calculated V1, that is G11 and G21. Now we are going to make the value of V1 as 0 and we are going to calculate G12 and G22. So how can we make the value of V1 as 0? So V1 is nothing but this is the voltage at the input port. So V1 can be made 0 just by short circuiting. So here we are short circuiting the input port, thereby making the value of V1 as 0. So when V1 is made 0, our equation gets modified as I1 is equal to G12 I2. Therefore, G12 is given by I1 by I2. Now we are going to calculate the value of I1. So here when you look at this circuit diagram, this is I1 and this is I2. So now I1 is given by, what is the total current? Total current is I2. Because here we have our source voltage V2. So here the total current is I2 and the direction of I1 is opposite to that of I2. Therefore, here we are including a minus. Therefore, I1 is equal to total current into opposite resistance. What is the resistance which is opposite to this I1? It is 1 divided by the total resistance is S plus 1. Right. Therefore, here I1 is written as I2 into opposite resistance is 1 divided by the total resistance is S plus 1. So I1 is written like this. We need a ratio of I1 by I2. So here we are going to rearrange. So I1 by I2, I am bringing this I2 to the left hand side. So I1 by I2 is given by minus 1 by S plus 1. So this is the value of G12. Am I making clear here? We are inserting a minus sign because I1 and I2 are opposite to each other. That is the main reason. Now we are going to find the final term G22. So G22 is given by V2 by I2. So now we are going to calculate the value of V2 from the given circuit diagram. So here this is the circuit diagram. How can we find V2? V2 can be easily calculated as, general formula for V2 is voltage is current into impedance. So here V2 is given by I2 into impedance of this network. So when you look at this diagram, you see I2, when it reaches this node, what happens? It gets divided into 2. So whenever the current divides, what does it mean? These two things are connected in parallel and that combination comes in series with this capacitor. Because you see, whenever the current divides, these two elements are connected in parallel. When you combine these two elements as a single one, then that combination, that combination comes in series with this capacitor. So V2 is given by I2 into, initially you see this S is parallel with 1. So S is parallel with 1 and that combination is in series with this 1 by S. So here this is S is parallel with 1. So V2 is equal to I2 into, this is the value of impedance. So when you solve this, here the basic formula is R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So S into 1 by S plus 1. Here it is 1 by S. So when you solve 1 by S plus S by S plus 1. So here we are going to take LCM because we have different denominator terms. So when you take LCM, 1 into S plus 1 is S plus 1 and S into S is S square whole divided by S into S plus 1. So when you simplify here, not even simplifying, we are keeping this element as such. Okay, if you want, you can just multiply also. So finally, what do we want here? We need the ratio of V2 by I2. So here it is V2 and here it is I2. So V2 by I2 is given by S square plus S plus 1 by S into S plus 1. So finally G22 is given by this value. So if you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.